the Lord said to me. He said, Cap, your ministry doesn't need your business to be successful. Your business needs your ministry to be successful.
Yeah.
You're a minister first. You're like, don't be ashamed of being a minister. We need to I really believe the Lord, side tangent, I really believe the Lord wants to bring back dignity to the culture for what it means to be a minister. Because in America right now, it's kind of like this, there's sometimes this weird stigma of like, okay, so could you not get like a real job? So like now you're in ministry? Is that what's happening? Right? And for a lot of reasons, they're not wrong. And, I think the standard of excellence in an industrious spirit is not very common in a lot of churches and a lot of ministers. And I just see like God wants ministers and ministries to be the epicenter of culture, not like at the tail end of culture saying like, oh, we got to do what they're doing in order to reach these people. Like I see a shift happening. So anywho, God was like really stirring me like, dude, do not run away from being a minister. You are called to preach. And those who preach well will be rewarded for it. Now, conversely, there are business owners who feel super condemned that they're a business leader. They're like, man, like, is this spiritual enough? Like, should I quit my job and should I go plant a church? And sometimes God's telling you to do that. And like, you will not have any peace until you do that. But I've also seen business leaders who like thought the more spiritual thing to do was go into ministry, and they were anointed for business. Like everything they touched turned to gold. And then they go and start ministry, and like they're struggling to keep like 20 people in their church. And they think, look, that's the noble thing to do. And I think sometimes, like, to be honest, sometimes Christians are just dumb. Like we're just dumb. Like we just are. Like we over spiritualize something that's like super easy to see. I know there's going to be times when we're called to do something and we don't see the fruit of it right away, right?
Yeah.
Like Jeremiah is an example of that, faithfully preaching the word, not seeing really any converts, but that was his assignment. And then the fruit on the other side of that was like astronomical as far as fruit for a ministry, right? We're talking about him today. But I think there's a simple phrase that I share with people who are confused about which direction to go in life, in business, in ministry, whatever. And I say, follow the favor. Wherever you're seeing favor and fruitfulness, don't overcomplicate it. Go to that thing. If you're seeing like, man, like I'm not really good at preaching, I'm really good at cutting hair. Like I'm a really good barber. I'm a really good hairdresser. And I know it because people line up to like get on my books and they sit in my chair and they have great experiences and they tell all their friends and they tip me super well. And it's getting to the point where I have to like raise my prices because I'm in such demand. And I have people who sit in my chair and they, I'm cutting their hair and it's kind of an intimate experience because I'm like literally touching their skin and I'm very close to them physically. And, I'm shampooing their head and they're sharing what's going on in their life with me. And I'm getting these intimate details that like I wouldn't otherwise get. And it just seems like God's hand is on it.
Wow.
Could I tell you that his hand is on it? And that is like a sacred calling that God actually wants you to pursue. That's ministry.
Yeah.
You're in ministry. You're a minister in the marketplace. But what I think the enemy would love to do is just get people in their heads and say like, man, like it must be like way more fulfilling to be on stage. It's extremely fulfilling. Don't get me wrong. Being a minister, an evangelist, apostle, prophet, pastor, teacher, any of those 5 offices, it is so powerful, man. It's like, it's amazing. There's tons of reward that comes with it. But that role is like to equip the saints for the works of ministry. That role isn't even specifically to do the works of ministry. It's to equip the saints. It's to equip the barbers. It's to equip the hairdressers. It's to equip the digital marketers. It's to equip the insurance agents for the works of ministry.
Wow.
Where's the favor? Where do you feel God's pleasure? What do you enjoy doing? I think sometimes we overcomplicate like, man, I really like this so much. And like, is it right for me to charge for it? Dude, what an amazing gift that God would gift you in such a way where you really enjoy. It's like playtime for you to do something that is so meaningful for someone else that they're willing to trade useless money for it. Your money is useless. People, money is the only reason money has any use is to trade it for something that you find valuable.
Hey, if you enjoyed this clip and you want to see another one like it, you can click the video over here. And if you want to watch a full episode of the Kap Chatfield Show, you can click this one right here.